Okay. So welcome everybody. Welcome to the fourth year of the European Governance Master's degree. I think I am welcoming you. I'm the first person you meet, aren't I? Is that right? Yeah, it's like a big responsibility on my shoulders. I guess you're going to, let me let Romain in. Somebody else waiting. Hello, Romain, to you. Just let him connect. Hi, Romain. So I've just begun, I've just turned on the record button, and I was just saying that I realized that I have the huge responsibility of welcoming you to this program, this 2-year degree in European Studies. I'm only the English teacher, but it seems that I will be the first person that you meet, and I'm looking forward to meeting you all, having you all explain a little bit about your backgrounds to me, just so that I can meet you like that and know what the class is like. And then it's going to be a question and answer time about my program. And then perhaps if you have some questions about Sciences Po and the overall program, I may be able to answer, and I may not, because I don't know exactly how it all works. But I have been working at Sciences Po now for about 20 years. So I do know some things, and I may be able to answer your queries that you may have. I'm guessing that by this time, you are professional students. You know how things work. You know the French system, I guess, and you're probably very motivated and professional and organized in the way you study. Now, I don't know if you had a chance to read who I am. In case you didn't, I'm just going to quickly introduce myself. So as you can hear, I am British, but I'm also French, because as soon as Brexit came along, I quickly tried to organize French nationality. So I'm French and British, and I'm an English teacher at Sciences Po, but I'm also responsible for incoming mobility. So all of the international students, 150 this semester, and another 100 in January arriving. So, oh, Maxime is back and forth. Oh, I've got 2 of him on the screen. That's very exciting. I've never had 2 of the same student. Yeah, so I've been working at Sciences Po for quite a long time. And can we hear you, Maxime? I can't hear you, but if you put your mic on, I should be able to. Put on your mic. Oh, he's not sure how to do it. On the screen, you press the mic button on the bottom left corner. No, it's not working for him. Never mind. So I'm in a whole team of professors in this European Governance Master's degree. Of course, we teach. Yes, we can hear you now, Maxime. You can turn off your mic now. Goodness me. Yeah, so
sorry, it's good for me. Sorry for the wait. I'm sorry for the wait.
That's okay. You can turn off your mic now.
Perfect. Thank you. Sorry.
You are connected.
Yes, perfect.
So I'm in a team for this European Governance Master's degree, and we teach throughout the first year, third year, fourth year, and fifth year, most of us. We lecture or we have small seminar classes. And then I'm also the teacher for the Middle Eastern Studies Master's degree, online and offline. And the certificat, I don't know if you've heard of those. Those are 1-year online programs, Certificat d'études politiques and Certificat d'études administratives. Okay, so I have a whole bunch of responsibilities here. And I love my job, and I do like teaching you online because it gives me an opportunity to meet people from all over the world, from all different backgrounds. It's a real opening to the world for me, being connected to you. So that's a little bit about me. I don't know if anyone has any questions about me before we do a kind of round table hearing from you and who you are and who your classmates are, because I'm guessing you're meeting each other for the first time now, am I right? Have you met before? No, nobody's met before, so this is all new. So let's perhaps begin with Gwenaëlle. Would you, Gwenaëlle, accept to present yourself to us? If you don't feel like speaking English in front of the group, that's okay. But if you can, it would be great if you could speak in English. But French is fine as well.
Okay, I'm able to speak in English because I'm doing a master's degree in Maastricht right now. So all my courses are in English. The other master that I'm doing is European Studies and International Relations. So this is to present a bit my studies. I did a bachelor before in Lille, in France. And in life, I'm just like Gwenaëlle, and I'm 20 years old. So I don't know what I have to present, but yeah, it's like an overview.
So you did your, so remember that we say masters and bachelors, you know, with us on the end. So you did your bachelor's degree in Lille, is that what you said?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay, and you're only 20 and you're already doing a master's degree.
Exactly, because I skipped a class when I was in kindergarten.
Oh,
so
you're a real high flyer, because Maastricht is a really difficult university, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot of work, but I hope that I will be able to manage the 2 masters this year. So I will see.
I'm sure that you will. If you figured it out in your mind, I'm sure that you will. But I know that at Sciences Po, we send, we send all of our second-year students abroad for a whole year. And when we select the students for Maastricht, we are very careful who we select. We select the hardest working, greatest capacity geniuses to go to Maastricht. So that's what I'm deducing about you. But you're doing this one online at the same time. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. I'm sure that you'll manage if you are sufficiently methodical and organized. So
I am, and I'm also motivated. So it will work.
That's great. That's great. So you're living in Maastricht, is that right?
Yes.
Okay. So you're doing face-to-face teaching there.
Yeah, it was not like possible to do it online. So this is why I chose Grenoble in offline.
Okay, great. Thanks for your introduction, Gwenaëlle. Let's go round. So I'm going round clockwise. I don't know if you have the same people in the same order on your screen, but I see Mariam as our next guest, if you like. Would you like to present yourself, Mariam?
Yes, of course. Sorry, mic was off. So I'm Mariam, I'm 25. I'm currently doing an internship in Morocco. I don't know if you can hear me.
Yeah, perfectly.
Okay. Yes, I'm currently doing an internship in Morocco for Bidaya Association, member of the group SOS. And I was in a bachelor's degree in Paris. I did 2 bachelor, actually, one in law and one in international relations. Okay, so that's it.
Double degree. Wow.
Yes.
At the same university or at 2 different
No,
universities?
for the law degree, I was in Assas in Paris, and for the international relations / Arabic, I was in INALCO.
Oh yeah, INALCO, that's quite famous for Oriental languages, isn't it? Yeah.
Yes.
And other things, and combined with other social sciences usually. Wow, so you are another high flyer. Remember, we say bachelors and masters.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, I know that's hard, because you've got to remember that bachelor means homme célibataire.
Okay.
So when you say I've got 2 homme célibataire, it sounds a bit strange. Okay, so just remember those on the end, or you can say 2 degrees. That's the easiest thing. 2 undergraduate degrees, and now you're doing an internship and doing this degree at the same time.
Yes.
Yeah. Did you consider doing the Middle Eastern Studies degree online?
Yes, I consider it, but I thought that I already studied the Middle East in INALCO, so I thought that it will be more interesting to study the European Union.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a good strategy. It sounds very well thought through. And when you say group SOS, you say it as if we should know it. Is it well known?
Okay, so because, yes, it's well known because all of the association, the famous ones, are part of this group, like, I don't know, oh my God, Reporters Sans Frontières and Emmaüs, they are part of the group SOS.
Oh, I didn't know that. Thank you. That's really interesting. Great. So thank you very much to you, Marianne. It was nice getting to know you. Now, Romain, on my screen, Romain has taken your place. So I don't know how that happened. So he is next on the list. Romain, would you like to introduce yourself to us?
Okay, my name is Romain and I come from Nîmes because I'm an officer in the Foreign Legion as a human resources manager. And I choose to start a course with IEP Grenoble in order to obtain an interesting diploma.
Right. Oh my goodness. I have never, ever had a student from the Foreign Legion before.
Okay. It's more the French army, but because I'm not a legionnaire, like you say, but I'm officer in the Foreign Legion, so it's different. But every day I manage the career of legionnaires.
Right, I get it. That is so exciting. There's a lot of myth, you know, in my mind and kind of stereotypes about legionnaires.
Yes.
Yeah, people who don't want to live their life as they are and they want to change their life and change name and get a new identity. It's probably all completely wrong, all that I have in my mind about that, but you'll be able to put me right. Is it true that you have people
Romance, because in the past it was very weird, but currently it's different. They changed the name only for 1 or 2 years, maybe 5, but not more. And they don't have a difficult past like what we can imagine. So it's very more later in the past.
Exactly.
It's
okay,
different.
so yes, I'm a little bit out of date with my references, but that must be a very interesting job that you have. And what is your first qualification? Did you go straight from can you hear me okay, or is it breaking up? Let me see. Gwenaëlle, can you hear me okay, or is my voice?
Sorry, but the network connection is bad, so I didn't hear
quite catch
what your question. Yes.
Okay, let me just check to see. Maybe I can just going to do something on my computer.
Maybe it's mine.
It may have been yours, but I'm not
sure.
sure.
It's better. Like right now, it's better, but it was like a bit cut before.
Yes, it went down. Okay, well, let's fingers crossed hope for the best. So I was asking Romain, did you go straight from high school to become an officer in the army?
No, I started as soldier 10 years ago, and I ranked up year after year from soldier to lieutenant. So it's a very specific course, and I passed my degree and my license during my career, like in Saint-Cyr. It's a weird course.
A weird course, yes. I know what you're saying. You are able to obtain the grades of undergraduate and graduate degree as you train to become an officer.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
I like it. I like having soldiers in my class, particularly because I have a son who is perhaps interested in that career path. So I might ask you some questions.
No problem. With pleasure.
With pleasure. Great. Maxime, how about you? Would you like to introduce yourself to us?
Yes, it's good for me. My name is Maxime. I am 23 years and I live in Lyon with my girlfriend. And I studied history and philosophy at Bordeaux Montaigne University. I got my 2 grades, and I work within an association for the mental handicap people. You understand?
Yeah, mentally
mental handicap. Yes.
Yeah.
5 years ago, and this year I took a break this year to travel to several countries in Europe, like New Zealand, Ireland, Portugal, Italy, Germany, Switzerland, Belgium, and Slovenia. just for travel. And if I am here today, it's because I believe in the teaching about Europe, and I believe in the success of this cooperation about the European country. And it's for me a challenge, like the question about the Europe of the defense. And today I'm very happy to see you, and thank you.
Thank you too. Yes, I can see that your travels around Europe have probably inspired your choice to join us.
Yes.
Which is great. Remember, we say Europe, like like YouTube, Europe, not Europe, but Europe. Can you say that?
Europe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Europe.
Yeah. Europe.
Europe.
That's
Europe.
it. Europe.
Okay.
Okay. That's our course, so we have to say it correctly. Right.
Yes,
Thank
sorry.
you very much. I don't know if Mombour Junior, who is that? I think it's Matisse. Can you hear us, Matisse? Oh, he's gone. As soon as I called his name, he went. So hopefully he's coming back with some sound. Otherwise, he can just write about his profile on the chat. So Alice, would you like to introduce yourself to us? I think I know you already, Alice.
Hi, hi again. But it is the first time that I actually am on the
screen.
So, well, my name's Alice. I'm a teacher in Sweden. I come from Bordeaux in France. And I also went to, well, I still am actually a student in the Bordeaux Montaigne University, Saint Maxime. I'm finishing, hopefully, my PhD there. And what else? Yeah, I was here last year, but I fell sick, so I couldn't finish my year. But hopefully feeling better now, so excited about the year. A little bit nervous as well, because I do have to complete it this year. And yeah, now I live in Sweden with my 2 children and my husband.
They're lovely.
Hopefully they're a bit bigger now, so it shouldn't be so much of a challenge.
Absolutely. You sound, when you speak English, you sound as if you come from New Zealand or Australia. Have you?
That's the first time I've heard that, but I do have a lot of colleagues from Australia and from New Zealand, now that you say it, so maybe that's the accent has rubbed off on me a little bit.
Absolutely, it's rubbed off on you. You can tell them that they're having a very positive influence. So as you can see, the class, I have huge challenges as an English teacher, because here I've got an English teacher in my class, which is a little bit strange.
Not this year. I'm teaching French this year, which is a bit of a challenge.
Oh, so you're teaching English
it's not
year.
a bit of it. Yeah, so this year, don't worry too much about it.
So tell me, Alice, are you in 4th year or 5th year?
Yeah, 4th.
4th year. Okay, so you're just going to do 4th year this year?
Yeah.
Did you do any of the assignments last year with me?
Some of them, yeah, just the first 2. But because it's part of a whole global module, or I retake it apparently. So, well, not apparently, I have.
Okay, well, I'll see, I'll investigate for you, because it's a bit strange that. Okay, thank you so much to you, Alice, and good luck. I'm sure you're going to get it together this year. Did you say that you were doing a PhD?
Yes.
Oh, wow. What's your PhD in?
It's in comparative literature, in Caribbean literature, and well, French Caribbean and English Caribbean literature.
Wow. Amazing. I'm going to write that down. Caribbean comparative.
I mean,
yeah.
That's like I'm submitting my manuscript in 8 weeks. So.
Oh my God. It's like the hot time. Hot. Very.
Well, should have been the last year.
Okay. Well, thank you so much to you, Alice. Lovely to meet you. It's nice for the others to see who's in the class as well, because for one of the English assignments, you'll be teaming up with somebody else. So it's good to know who we have with us. Killian, you are next on the screen. Please, could you introduce yourself?
Yes, thank you. Hello to all. I can give a quick introduction of myself. I'm Kylian Zarchinas. I'm 24 years old. I study public affairs in Paris, and I work at the same time at the Senate as a parliamentary assistant. In the future, I want to work for the European institutions. So this master will allow me to complete my knowledge of the European Union. But before that, I plan to study in Tehran for a year.
Tehran? Why Tehran?
Yes, because I'm Iranian.
Oh, you're Iranian. Wow, that's
Yes.
amazing. Okay. And when you say you would like to go back to Tehran, or you'd like to go to Tehran to study, what would you study there?
Politics, science, maybe, or just the Farsi language.
Right. Okay. Can you speak Farsi?
Not now.
Ah, not at all, or just a little bit?
Yes, not at all.
Oh, okay. So it would be like a crash course in Farsi.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's always good to have an Oriental language like that if you want to work in Europe or vice versa. To have that extra special thing is great. Very interesting. And you're working at the Senate. Who is your parliamentarian, or is that top secret?
That's Pierre Louot. He's in Economic Commission and European Commission, actually.
Right. So you're right at the heart of politics. That's wonderful. Drafting notes and finding out information and researching hard, I guess.
Yes.
Okay. And you must be very busy as well, because if you're working at the Senate and studying public affairs and doing this degree, am I right?
Yes, a little bit. Yes.
Goodness me. Right. Well, I hope that my program is not too overwhelming. I think you'll see it's okay. It's okay for you. So thank you very much to you, Kylian. And the last person on my screen is Bruno. You have the floor, Bruno.
Hi, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you too.
So I'm 25 years old. I've studied taxation, French taxation and international taxation. And I'm here because I think European institutions have a big influence on tax policy of European government. So I'm here to learn more about European governance.
Right. Okay. So when you say you've studied French taxation, what was your undergraduate degree in? What was your, did you study for a degree, like a bachelor's degree?
I have already Bachelor of Laws.
Oh, bachelor's degree in law. I get it, in
Yes,
law.
yeah, in law. And now currently I study in French, we call that Master 1.
Yeah. So you're doing the first year of a master's degree in?
Exactly, in taxation, in the tax law.
In tax law. Oh my
Yes.
God. Do you hear that, everybody? If you have a problem with your taxes, Bruno's the person to ask, because he's probably a real specialist, or getting to be a specialist. That is great. What a wonderful mix of people, isn't it? That's what I love, as I said, about teaching on this program. So thank you to you for introducing yourself. Have you had a chance to have a look at the English program, and do you have any questions? Anybody have any questions? I don't know if it's... You'll notice that the first thing I asked you to do is just a quick brush up on your grammar through a program called Upgrade English, which is on the Chamilo learning app that we use. So you need your logins, you know, the same logins that you use to get your mail, institutional mail. These logins will be used to get onto the Chamilo platform and so I'm going to share my screen with you just to tell you what I'm talking about. So let me just find where it is on my screen. Yeah, so I'm going to share with you just a little bit so that you can see Chamilo. Partager. So yeah, this is the Chamilo platform where you have your program. I'm sure you've gone to have a look at this already with the different classes. Some of them are online and some of them are not. And as mine is the first assignment, the first small assignment to be handed in, I'm online here. So if you click on compétences professionnelles en anglais, you get onto the my actual program with my presentation here at the beginning, the practical information, the calendar. Here, this is just this is a big screen where they've got the 4 assignments on the same screen, like that. And some general information on how to improve your level. Quite a lot of my information is on a website that I have. To find my website, all you need to do is go into Google and Google my name. And it's the 3rd thing that comes up on the screen. The 3rd research item is my website. And so on that, you've got how to improve your level and many other things. How to improve your level. And then you've got the detail of the subjects, the homework here, the assignments, some examples of ones that are well done and illustrate what I mean. And then 9 annexes, which are kind of the result of all my years of teaching experience. I've tried to choose the ones that I think will be most useful for you. So that's the program. When I said upgrade English, you see it's here. It's part B here, upgrade English. Now let me see if I click on it. Does it work? Oh, yes. Wow, that was much better than last year. So you get onto this upgrade English program, which is on our Chamilo learning app as well. And I actually designed this program to help students like you who are about level B2, some of you level C1, to just clean up and make more accurate their grammar. Okay, and I've asked you to do 8 units, the first 8 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so you can see that those are what I would like you to do. Some of you, someone like Alice, she can just whiz through this and maybe just do the quizzes, because each program, as you see, has several steps, like a learning path to go through it. I don't know if it's going to open up. Maybe I'm asking too much of my computer, so I won't open it up now in front of you. But you'll see that there are several steps, and there are regular quizzes where you drag and drop and you fill in the gaps. And that will, yeah, it's come up. It just took a little bit of time. And I will see your results to the score, your scores on the quizzes. All right. So if you are already level C1, C2, you can just skip to the quizzes and just make sure you try and get nearly 100% right. Okay. If you're a little bit lower level, level B1, B2, I saw some of you were B1, B2, then you might need to go through the explanations at the beginning of the learning path, just to check that you understand the different steps. Okay, so 8 units there. I don't know if anyone has any questions that they wish to ask me about those 8 units that need to be done. They need to be done before you start anything else, just to check that your grammar is accurate, is clean, that you really master it, because you're in a master's degree with us, and that's what we expect of you. If you want to do some of the other units as well, you can, but I'm sure you'll be too busy. The hardest one, I think, is the total tense revision, which is like the biggest challenge of tenses, to see whether you can, when they are all mixed up, whether you can still master the tenses. Okay, you can do the quizzes as many times as you want to improve your score. Okay, and I can see your first score and then your last score. All right, on the learning app, on the teacher side. So I think I'll stop sharing now. Does anybody have any questions about that? It's all clear. It's supposed to be a program that sort of suits all kinds of levels, because it's quite difficult when you've got all levels in a class. But I think, you know, of course, if you're a lower level, you'll have to spend longer on Upgrade English. I'm also asking you to write a speech in this first assignment. And in order to write that speech, you're going to be using specific vocabulary that I want you to use. Well, I'm going to ask you to choose from a whole list of vocabulary from the social sciences, and particularly from a list of the trickiest words to pronounce for IEP students. We have this 200-word list of the trickiest words. I've recorded them for you. Well, it's not my voice, it's an American lady and a British man. So you can train on these words, and you're going to include them in your speech that you write for assignment 1. And then in assignment 2, you're going to record your speech so that I can hear that you can pronounce the words correctly. Okay, so I'm trying to get you to work on all the skills in English. There's grammar, there's writing, there's speaking audio, speaking video. There's even going to be debating in the last assignment. You're going to actually debate on Zoom, I think, or maybe face-to-face if you come to the IEP. Do you come for exams in January? I think so. Yeah. So if there's time, maybe it will be face-to-face. If there's not time, it might be by Zoom. Okay. Everybody loves debating on Zoom, but it's a little bit more difficult. Okay. Any other questions that you might have?
No, I don't have a specific question for the moment.
Okay. Okay. So does anybody have any questions about about Sciences Po or about the program as a whole? I must admit, I don't even know how you were recruited. Did you have an interview online? I'm going to ask Mariam. Did you have an online interview for the recruitment?
Yes, we had an interview and we had to complete a file. Yes, a file with our CVs and motivation letters. And actually, I don't remember it all, to be honest.
No,
but,
I know. In fact, I know.
Really long.
Yes.
It was also kind of a review, like of all the things that we studied before,
Yes.
The major authors that we saw in our studies.
Yes, and we had to do a review, I think, on some articles that inspired us or something like that. And then we had an interview.
Right. Okay, I get it. Because I knew about the application process. I knew that you had to complete an application online. I know about that administrative side, but I wasn't sure whether there was an actual online interview. So that's great to know. Any other questions that you might have? Are there any classes that you're particularly worried about that seem a bit difficult? I don't know. Let me ask Killian. Have you looked at the program? Is there anything that you think might be a little bit difficult for you?
No, I think all is okay for me actually. So I don't have any question for you.
Great. Okay, that's good. You're feeling positive. You think you can manage all the subjects, and that's great. So just before we leave each other today, just let me explain to you that there's this program that we have in 4th year. In English, it's 4 different assignments, starting with as I said, the upgrade, writing a speech. Then the second assignment is audio, where I'm asking you to work on your prosody. Prosody means all the parts of making the right music in English. So pronunciation, intonation, word stress, sentence stress, and all of those things that make the music of English. I'm asking you to prove that you can, speak the language with the right music. That's assignment 2. Then assignment 3 is writing, getting ready for the debate, research and writing for the debate. And then assignment 4, is actually debating in a group of 2 with somebody else from your degree. I think there are about, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 of you in all. And you'll be having either an online or a face-to-face debate with somebody else whom you've prepared a subject with. Okay, that's 4th year. And then when you move into 5th year, we focus on recruitment. Okay, so it will be getting ready for recruitment, writing a good cover letter, doing a very convincing interview, and then we have a job fair, hopefully face-to-face job fair together at the end, where you show me all your skills and show me that you're ready to be recruited in English into the world of work. Okay, so that's the full program with 2 different kinds of focus in the 2 years. Okay, any questions before we leave each other?
Yeah, I have a question. I saw that in the syllabus, some courses was with English introduction. Does it mean that the EU law is in English, for instance, or it was just like to have the introduction in English and in French?
Good question.
I know that in the offline master, I have a friend that is in this one, and everything is in English. Is it the same for her or not?
Yeah, I don't know how to answer that question. I do know that definitely since this year, the face-to-face teaching program, the offline program, is totally taught in English, and there's lots of international students in it. So I don't know what the case is going to be. So it's a bit confusing if the introduction is in English and the rest of the class written on the online is in French. That's a bit strange. So I can't answer that question. You'll have to ask the professor.
Okay. I think we will see when we will receive the documents, but for the moment, it's just like, it's not allowed and it was just a syllabus. So this is why
okay.
I wanted to ask.
I reckon, I imagine, because I know my colleagues, I imagine that they're going to be quite flexible about it. For example, if you want to submit your assignments in English or in French, I think it will probably be okay in either. Okay. They won't impose English on you if you don't want it.
Okay. I never write in French like an academic paper, so it's more.
Yeah, sometimes you'll want to write in French because French is more complicated than English, I do believe.
Yeah, for this, for instance, it's definitely easier to write in English.
Exactly, yes, it's the easy way out for some people. Any other questions that you may have? Okay, so we're going to stop this video conference now, and I wish you the best with my program. Don't hesitate to get in contact with me if you have any questions. If you write to me, make sure that you write with your institutional email, and make sure that you write in the title of your email your name, your degree, and maybe even an idea of the question, and that makes it much more efficient in the treatment of emails. You know that we have too many emails, so it's much easier if students are very clear what it's about. You have to imagine that I have about 200 students, and then I'm also in charge of 150 international students. So if they write to me with no indication of where they're from, sometimes I'm a bit confused as to which of my students it is. Okay, so help me with that, and let's keep things efficient. Okay. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you for attending, and good luck with the year. Okay. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. See you, Maxime. Bye.
Oh.
Bye. Goodbye.
Sorry, I just came back for the goodbye. So
came back for a goodbye. That's
yes, I do have a question, but my connection